Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
And I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Fridays ski industry news videos. Today's a big Friday, Bob.
Yep.
Today is the start of our Black Friday sale. Really exciting. It was a lot of work to put together. It still continues to be a lot of work, so maybe we'll try and get through Top 5 a little quicker than normal, but probably not.
I mean, the Black Friday's emails are coming to my inbox fast and furious these days.
Rapid fire. From
from
all
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's bombardment.
Yeah. So like technically next Friday is actual Black oh my God, Black Friday. I almost said Black 5 Fridays.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. But we're starting today as most people are. Something that we've done on Black Friday in the past is Bob and I have done like a live video, and we are going to do that, but we will do it next week on actual Black Friday.
Sounds good.
Maybe we'll call it Black 5 Fridays.
Black 5 Fridays? All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks. We don't have any remnants of our Quiver videos, but Bob and I both did our Quiver videos this week. That was really fun. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
It wasn't too overwhelming. I mean, it's overwhelming for me. I don't know about you, but like just moving that stuff from my house to here and then back to my house was like, that was a project.
Yeah, if you're curious, it's pretty easy to fit 14 pairs of skis in the back of a Volkswagen All-Track.
Yeah, I mean, I have a big truck, so it was no problem for me, but I'm impressed that you got all yours in.
Yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah.
I think I could have done 30.
Yeah.
Could be a good rep vehicle.
Yeah.
For those ski reps out there, if you don't want to drive around a big pickup truck like they all do.
Right. That and a roof box, and you'll have
put 50
fleet.
Skis in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Friday sale going on. It's pretty exciting. It's a big sale. I'm going to try and explain everything as best as I can. The big thing here, and it's something that we don't really do, I can't recall really ever doing it, is we've basically just taken a blanket $50 off any ski and binding combo or snowboard and binding combo or ski or snowboard complete package. So just $50 has overnight, last night, come off the price of those products. That is true for every product year. So whether you're looking at like a 2024 that's heavily discounted or was heavily discounted already, or you're looking at a 2025 ski and binding combo, both of those things have had their prices come down $50. On top of that, we brought back the free base treatment for 2025 skis and boards.
Yep.
So if you do the math, you can combine those two things now. You can take your $50 off, get your free base treatment, and it's essentially a $250 value on 2025 products.
Yeah.
Does that explain it well, Bob?
I think so, and I think that the big benefit here is the 24 stuff.
It's really cheap.
Is really good deals.
Yeah.
And the 24 stuff has been priced very well for a while now.
Yeah, and now it's just $50 less.
With the binding.
Correct.
Yeah, and I always think about adding the mounting into that too, because we'll mount
for free
skis too.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a huge value there.
Yeah. So really hope people can take advantage of it. In addition to those things, we do have like a ton of outlet specials as well. So apparel, accessories like helmets and goggles, gloves and mittens, stuff like that. They've all seen their prices just tick down a little bit compared to where they were before. I think apparel was probably the biggest update going into Black Friday. So yeah, I think that's kind of the gist of it. As always, don't hesitate to reach out to our customer service or even leave a comment on a YouTube video if you have any questions, whether it's product related or sale related or why Bob has 7 pairs of boots.
I have more, I just didn't bring them in.
Why Bob didn't bring all his boots. Technically, I didn't either.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Do you have any other housekeeping news?
I don't think so. pretty comprehensive.
Okay, perfect. We'll move right into the news. So, topic number one, we've got some FIS World Cup updates. First of which, Michaela Schifrin won her 8th reindeer and 98th race. Why am I struggling to speak today?
It's been a long week, man. It's all right.
Thanks. I'm tired, a little overwhelmed. Bob, as we joked, I don't know if she's the first alpine ski racer or World Cup ski racer that can claim this, but I like to think that Michaela Schifrin can now be subcontracted by Santa Claus, as she has 8 of her own reindeer.
Yeah. That's an impressive career feat.
Yeah.
To be like Santa, Michaela.
Yeah.
I don't know too many other people that can
with
claim
8 reindeer.
That.
Yeah.
Right.
Santa, I assume, has more. I mean, he at least has 9.
Yeah.
And that we have to throw that out as the caveat.
Right.
I would not expect Michaela to be operating in inclement weather or low visibility, as I would assume that she doesn't have a Rudolph yet.
I mean, we could get deep, but Rudolph must have offspring by now where the glowing nose gene has passed down, and you got to source that reindeer.
Now, this is going to be an excellent segue, but I generally watch these races, and I do not recall seeing a reindeer with a glowing red nose.
Okay.
But, Bob, here's the segue. I couldn't find the coverage last weekend.
I'm not surprised.
Did anybody get to watch? So I have a Peacock subscription, and I pretty much have it exclusively for World Cup ski races, and I didn't see it anywhere. I don't know if I missed it or what, but I have to admit that I was a little bit frustrated. So maybe this was, no, I did see a picture. I don't think it was Rudolph or a Rudolph offspring.
Yeah. I just operate under the assumption that no one televises any ski races anywhere. No one's ever seen.
I mean, I was able to watch Solden. I watched it live.
Well, I don't know.
It's just a bummer.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not the only one. Anyways, moving on. We've got 2 slalom races in Austria this weekend for both men and women. As a reminder, if Michaela wins that one, she'll be up to 99 wins, which would mean she only needs to win one of 2 Killington races to, kind of secure her 100th win on home soil, so to speak. And speaking of Killington, they have received positive snow control from the FIS, which
amazing.
is just very impressive.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. It's unbelievable.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Looking forward to maybe getting to watch this weekend's race, and then at least definitely we'll be able to watch the Killington race. That's on NBC, I think.
Your best bet is just driving an hour and
to Killington?
Going to watch it.
I don't know that that's my best bet. I think it gets pretty crowded down there. Moving on, topic number 2. Nederland, Colorado looks to purchase Eldora. This is one of the mountains being sold by the Powder Corporation, and I like it. I like the idea of a municipal ski area.
Yep.
Reminds me of a municipal golf course, and municipal golf courses are fantastic.
Right.
I grew up working on one, and it was a huge town asset.
Yeah, serves the community really, really well.
Yeah, so I think that would be really cool. I didn't write down too much about this. I just wrote down a quote from the town administrator, Jonathan Kane. He said, and I quote, "It's admittedly a bit of a moonshot, but it's a moonshot that would create resiliency within our community. So I think it's worth exploring for that reason alone."
Good luck to them.
Yeah, good luck. Totally. I'm sure we will report on this again, because this type of news is definitely stuff that tends to work its way into our top 5 topics. And this one, I would say, is similar. Third topic of the week, the development of Tahoe's Olympic Valley is back on track. This is a topic we've covered several times now, although it's been a while.
Yeah, these gears grind slowly.
Yeah.
In the movement of these big projects.
Yeah. So this was essentially a push by Altera to develop this area, and it was significant development that they had proposed. There was a lot of pushback from the local community. There's been a lot of back and forth. It's been going on for more than 3 years.
Yeah, I think it was 21 was introduced or something?
Something like that. And back in August, Altera resubmitted their plan, and it was approved unanimously. So something that seemed pretty much dead in the water like 2 or 3 years ago is now back on track. And I wasn't there. It would have been interesting to be a fly on the wall in this situation, but it sounds like there was some amount of resignation from the locals that had been fighting it.
Yeah.
And I can't help but think that just like big things like this, like you said, they often take time, but it kind of feels like they inevitably get pushed through more often than not.
How often does like the little guy win?
Not very, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Not very often.
With cases like this, with big developments,
Right.
like, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Like I just feel like it's gonna happen. It's
Right.
just like it's just this slow moving sense of inevitability.
Totally.
That it's just gonna for better or for worse, plow its way through.
Right.
And
They'll
that's
sidestep things when
Yeah.
they can. They'll change regulations if they
Yeah.
have to.
like that thing's getting built.
Yeah,
Like, just
right.
like
They
in my
want to
mind,
build it. It's going to
Yeah.
get built. Might take 10 years, but
Yeah.
they're going to, yeah.
They said it was gonna take 25 years.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
the approval.
But I mean, like, think about the Stowe development. That's been going on since 99, 2000.
What, like the base area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I missed the tent.
going to happen. I hated the tent. Hated
Alright.
that thing.
I don't really miss the tent. I miss the free s'mores.
Yeah. But, they just keep building stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. It just felt like one of those things. Like you could make a movie
Yeah.
where it's like, I don't know. Like there's probably a movie that's the same story.
Well, what was that? Out Cold? Where they're trying to build the development at the
Oh,
base
sure.
of the area, and the locals are
I was
dead set
thinking,
against it.
my
like-
mind was going more to like Aaron Brockovich.
Oh, yeah, no. It's more like Out Cold.
Yeah, good point. And then last topic of the week. This one's quite interesting. We've got an article or some news about ski jumping suits. So the FIS has made some big changes to regulations around ski jumping suits. And to be honest, I don't think I have ever thought about ski jumping suits before today. Have you?
No, but I read the headline and I was disappointed that it went this way, not the way that I wanted it
Not
to go.
that they like made ski jumping suits so you could fly.
Yeah, I definitely wanted some type of wings
Yeah, I hear ya.
added to this
Yeah.
this jumping suit.
You can only add one jet
Yeah,
to your ski jumping suit.
they gotta mix it up.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bob. But no, I would say it's fair to say that they went the other direction. So something that I learned today is that typically a ski jumper, at least at the World Cup level, goes through 40 to 50 suits per season because they're very thin and they get a lot of holes. I also learned today that each of these suits costs from $750 to $875.
I'm not surprised. Like when we have downhill suits and stuff like that, they're pricey. Like those techie things are pretty expensive.
I'm not surprised, but I can't claim that I had that knowledge before, so
No.
it's still something I learned.
I suppose
today.
I would have guessed 500, but I would not have guessed that they
that's
went
more
through
than 500.
that they went
40
through
or 50.
40.
Yeah, I would have guessed like 2.
I would have thought that they like want to keep the same suit. I guess.
For like luck,
I don't know.
superstition,
Yeah. They get faster.
the suits themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? That clearly we weren't very knowledgeable about ski jumping suits. Anyways, 40 to 50 suits per season at $750 to $875 each is not only expensive, but it's also relatively wasteful. And I would say in an era where people are focused more on all sorts of different sustainability efforts, it makes sense that they would change this. And now these skiers will be limited to 1 suit per event and 8 total in a season.
I mean, what if these holes start getting big?
Yeah.
They talk about like.
They said they were really small,
Yeah.
the holes. It just ruined the air permeability, which would affect their flight patterns.
Yeah. I mean, what if it gets dangerous and they start tipping because they got a hole here and not a hole here, and
You just rip a hole on the other side.
yeah, I don't know. I just think they need to incorporate wings into these things.
Are you suggesting that you think you have a better plan than the FIS? Because I'm here for it.
To make ski jumping far more interesting and exciting, than this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's your angle. I can agree with that. And then lastly, we have our edits of the week. First up is Step 1 from Nico Porteous. Fantastic skier, really helping to bring some style into the half-pipe skiing world. And then we've got Cope Show, episode 10 from Krister Roan Kopala, who I'm not immediately familiar with, but this looked really good. Mm-hmm. And then we've got Headache from Hazard Network, which, apologies to Hazard Network, but I don't think I'm going to watch. I watched like the first 10 seconds and it was painful.
Yeah, I mean, it's aptly named. There's a lot of high-impact urban crashes.
Sometimes I don't feel like watching high-impact urban crashes.
There is a gentleman skiing rails on Sakanas
I might have to watch it just for that.
and landing switch on pavement on the Sakana.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about catching your tail when you're landing switch on pavement.
No, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I actually know the skier that you're talking about, I think, and he does that on snow too.
Yeah.
He does a lot of switch tricks on his Sakanas, which I think is really impressive. And then we have skiing the hardest rail ever with Red Bull Snow, Max Moffitt. I'm blanking just completely on people's
Jesper.
names. Thank you, Jesper. A couple other people in this,
Yeah.
but really good. And I've seen a lot of clips from this.
That
pop up
thing's
on
awesome.
Social media. Really cool.
Yeah, like that's the edit of the week in my mind, and I don't even think
I agree.
rail skiing is all that interesting, but this was a really interesting clip and how they went about it.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. So that's it. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I'm sure more and more of you are skiing each week. Unfortunately, our opening date in Stowe here got pushed back a little bit. It was originally today and kind of had more of the R word today than anything else, although there's some white stuff up there. I saw it falling this morning.
It'll happen.
Take advantage of those Black Friday deals. They are pretty darn significant, and I mean, pretty safe to say they will be our best deals of the entire season.
Yeah.
So take advantage, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.